What's poppin', people? It's your boy Smasher here, back with another video. Today, we got the 6.4.3 Darkhawk boss. So let's just get right into it. We're going to be taking this path right here, zipping to A, and for this path, I'm bringing in a lot of mystics. And you might be like, why are we bringing mystics? Well, let's look at the nodes. Defenders bleed, debuffs, gain potency, true strike, and aggression. So there's really no nodes on this defender. But the reason why we're bringing in mystics is because there is an Annihilus on this path. Way at the end, he's like the mini boss. It's a pretty tough Annihilus, so make sure to bring your mystics. And then you can bring whoever else you want for the path. But honestly, if you want to bring like 4 mystics and then a boss counter, which we'll talk about in a second. But the Annihilus is the main tough fight on this path. He's probably harder than the boss in my opinion, just because I suck at fighting Annihilus, but I'm going to use Doom for him in this video. I also brought Absorbing Man, who I would imagine would be good because he would lower the duration of the Unstoppable, but yeah, I'm also bringing in Kingpin right here for the next fight against Void. You can use Absorbing Man for Void if you have him and you want to bring Absorbing Man. He could probably take out Void and Annihilus, but yeah, I brought in Kingpin. Honestly, he wasn't even the best counter to for this fight. I still took some damage from the debuffs that Void. I don't even know how Void works, to be honest, but Void puts debuffs on you or something, or if you have debuffs on you, you take damage. I didn't get to the overpower thing fast enough, and I kept taking damage, so from the rage debuffs. But yeah, this fight, this path really has no nodes that you need to look out for. It's just the basic nodes, and then some tricky defenders like Void and Annihilus. The Annihilus does have some nodes. We'll get to that later. But yeah, as you see here, I just brought in Kingpin to absolutely slap Void. You can bring whoever you want. Now we got Venompool. And we have a bunch of mystics. But yeah, as you see there, the nodes are like the same as the first fight. Nothing to worry about. We're just going to use Doom here. Like I said, you could bring anybody for this path, but I would recommend you bring 4 mystics, maybe 3 mystics like I did, and then 2 boss counters. So I would recommend Doom, Absorbing Man, and then whoever else you want. I brought in Hood because he synergizes with Kingpin, who I brought for the Void fight. But yeah, if you want to know who to bring in right now for the boss, I'll tell you that right now. So Darkhawk is a tech champ, and he's also metal, so I would recommend Magneto. And if you don't have Magneto, that's fine. There's plenty of cosmics that'll absolutely destroy Darkhawk. Obviously Hercules, because once you get the true strike, you can't be auto-blocked by Darkhawk. I would recommend Hulkling. That's who I used. The reason is Hulkling has unblockable, so you can avoid the auto block by being unblockable. Adam Warlock would be great. He has unblockable. Null works. Gallon would probably do great. CGR, like any cosmic. This boss is not hard, so don't worry. That's why I'm saying bring 3 or 4 mystics for this path, because in my opinion, Annihilus is way harder than the Darkhawk boss. But back to this fight with Black Widow. Just once again, pretty much no nodes. Normal Black Widow fight. She's going to evade once in a while, and your parries aren't going to stick, so just be careful when you're fighting her. Just keep that in mind. But Pretty easy fight with anybody that you bring. King Groot is next. Not the easiest defender, but not the hardest. He does shrug off stuns quite quickly, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, we're going to be using Doom here because I just like using Doom. He really controls the fights very well. And yeah, so we're just going to try to get him down here, try to power control him, get him to 2 bars, and then throw my special 1, steal his power, throw light attacks to drain his power, try to get him in the Doom cycle, and then finish the fight. So he's unblockable there. I mean, that special attack is really easy to dodge regardless, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just want to pause for a minute and just say thank you so much for all the support on the series. And we're actually really close to 500 subscribers, so if you could go down, hit that subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, next fight, Electra. Same as Black Widow, kinda. Like, your stuns, your parries aren't gonna stick, you know. I think she might even have evade. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really remember. But yeah, not the hardest fight. I'm using Absorbing Man. And yeah, it's a 6-star, rank 5, I think. But like I said before, you can do the same thing with a 5-star. It's just obviously going to be less damage and it's going to take longer, but same idea, you know, same abilities. And if you use your 5-star and boost up, you could be doing this amount of damage as well. But yeah, nothing really else to say about this fight. Just be careful. She might shrug off your stun and surprise you with a attack. But yeah, next fight is Drax. Do I really have to say anything about Drax or Thor the next 2 fights? I don't think so. So let's talk about something else. This series is almost over. We're at 6.4.3. I'm going to upload 6.4.4, 6.4.5, and then 6.4.6, the Grandmaster. Now, I already have a video up on my channel that's very old of me beating the Grandmaster for the first time. And honestly, I have beat Act 6, 7, 8, obviously. I have beat, what's it called? The Necropolis. And guess what? The Grandmaster from Act 6 is literally the worst experience I've ever had in this game. I really do not want to fight him again. But for you guys, I might have to. But I was honestly planning on just making a video of the path and then doing a separate video for the Grandmaster. Just because, I don't know how well that fight's going to go against the Grandmaster, even with my team now, because I really hate that fight and I'm garbage at it. But yeah, after this series is done, though, I don't know what I want to do next. I could do a series helping you guys get through Act 7 and then Act 8, or upload some new types of videos. I have some ideas, but yeah. Anyways, back to this video. Annihilus, let's look at the nodes. No retreat. When you dash back, if you dash back twice in a row, you'll get a degen. All the defenders' buffs are longer. And yeah, pretty much it. So if you dash back multiple times in succession, you're going to get a degen. And obviously with Annihilus, he has that unstoppable, so you kind of do have to dash back a lot to dodge him. And it's just a bad node combo, really. Plus, I just hate Annihilus. I'm using Doom. I'm trying to use the special ones to nullify that little buff that he gets that makes him unstoppable. And that orange buff right there, I don't know what it's called, but we're just going to try to nullify that always when it pops up. and try to not get cornered by this guy once he's unstoppable and then get absolutely destroyed. And I'm also trying not to dash back too much to avoid that degen, so you will see me take quite a bit of damage in this fight. If you have to use a revive or two right here, like, it's completely understandable. Just keep in mind that the boss is not as hard as this fight right here. And honestly, I said this is easy path, and it is because, like, the nodes on this path are, like, insanely easy, and most of the defenders are very easy as well. But if you do really struggle with Annihilus and you want to take a different path, feel free to. But if you bring in like 3 or 4 mystics, you should be able to get this guy down, especially if you boost up and maybe use a revive or 2. Maybe even a team revive, but you know, it's not the end of the world. Also, this guy being immune to Incinerate isn't very good for me here. But boom, finally got him down. Now it's time for the boss, Darkhawk. Darkhawk, you know, not the easiest defender, but also not the hardest defender at all. So if you have Hercules, bring him in. Bring your best Cosmic, and you'll probably be able to melt this guy down. And yeah, Magneto right there. He's metal, so like I said before many times, Magneto is the Act 6 MVP. There's so many metal bosses. And Magneto's honestly one of the best, like, story, like, progression goats, you know? For story progression, like, it doesn't really get better than Magneto. But yeah, I just showed you guys the abilities that he has, or the nodes, but I didn't really talk about it, so we'll say that right now. Hurt Locker is the main one. If you use the same special attack twice in a row, you're going to take a bunch of damage unless you can get a heavy off in time. So just don't use the same special attack twice in a row. So, like, you'll see me here do like a special 1 and then special 2, or special 2 and then special 1. And then just make sure you don't do the same twice in a row. And there's also something about his healing, but it's not really noticeable. And his ability accuracy can't be modified. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? So now in shield mode, you're going to get auto-blocked. But if you bring Hulkling, that's not really a problem, because you can just go unblockable and hit him anyways. So now I can't do a special 2. So I'm going to throw this special 1. And then throw a special 2, I think, and end the fight. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below who you guys used for this boss. I'm curious to know. And maybe comment down below like your favorite Cosmic Champion. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. We'll see you guys again very soon. Peace out.